There is a deep peace that comes when you stop fighting what is. When you stop pushing against life. When you stop wrestling with the why and begin whispering, I accept. For in that sacred moment of surrender, heaven breathes through you. The storm inside quiets. The ache begins to soften. And though nothing outside may have changed yet, something within you begins to heal. Resistance is the rope that ties you to suffering. Acceptance is the hand that cuts it loose. When you resist, you tighten the chains. When you accept, you open the door. You cannot be free while fighting life. You cannot find peace while saying, this should not have happened. For every should not is a wall between you and the miracle waiting to enter. The divine cannot pour blessings into a heart closed by resistance. But the moment you whisper, I let it be, the universe exhales with you. I release all resistance. I let go of what I cannot change. Peace flows through me now. To accept is not to approve. To accept is not to surrender your power. To accept is to stop fighting reality long enough for God to enter it. When you resist, you fight with shadows. When you accept, you invite light. The miracle of acceptance is not that it changes what happened. It changes you. The energy of peace is higher than the energy of pain. The vibration of surrender is stronger than the vibration of fear. The moment you stop saying, this shouldn't be, and begin saying, even this can be used for good, you rise above the storm that once swallowed you. Everything that has come into my life has come to awaken me. Even what hurt me carries a hidden gift. I choose to see peace instead of pain. Acceptance is a bridge from confusion to clarity, from tears to understanding, from suffering to serenity. When you stop resisting, you create space for miracles to arrive. You stop demanding life to bend to your plan and begin allowing divine order to unfold. The moment you let go of should have been, the universe can begin to show you how it can still be made right. Nothing is ever lost in divine law, only transformed, only reborn, only reshaped into something higher than your understanding. I trust the process of my life. I no longer need to fight my past. Everything is unfolding for my good. You see, the miracle of acceptance is not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It comes quietly, like sunlight creeping into a dark room. It comes when you've cried your last tear, asked your last question, and said softly, I surrender. In that surrender, there is strength. For acceptance is the courage to stop running from what hurts and turn toward what heals. It is the soul's way of saying, even in this, I choose peace. And when you choose peace, you choose God. You align yourself with the highest energy of the universe. You stop arguing with what already is, and you open yourself to what can be. Peace is my priority. I am safe in the flow of life. I let go, and I let God. Everything you once thought you lost, acceptance returns to you in another form. Maybe not as it was, but as it was meant to be. That relationship that ended may come back as self-love. That failure may return as wisdom. That heartbreak may bloom into compassion. When you stop resisting, you allow life to rearrange itself on your behalf. The universe is never against you. It is only waiting for your permission to bring you peace. So today, rest. Stop fighting what already is. Stop asking the wound to explain itself. It has already served its purpose. It brought you here, to this sacred knowing. You do not need to understand everything to be at peace. You only need to accept what is, and trust that in divine time, all will make sense. I accept where I am. I trust where I'm going. The miracle of peace finds me now. And as you breathe that truth in, feel the weight lift from your chest. Feel your heart unclench. Feel your soul begin to rest. For the miracle of acceptance is not something you must search for. It is something that has been searching for you. It finds you the moment you stop resisting. And when it does, you will feel it, the gentle whisper of peace that says, "You are safe now. You can stop fighting. You can rest in love." So many people confuse acceptance with surrendering their power. They think to accept is to give up. They believe to let go is to lose. But in truth, acceptance is not weakness. It is wisdom. You are not giving up when you accept. You are giving over to something higher, wiser, and infinitely more loving than your human mind can imagine. You are not stepping out of power. You are stepping into divine power. When you let go of control, you stop wrestling with the river and begin to float with its flow. You stop forcing and start allowing. You stop micromanaging the universe and start trusting the rhythm of divine timing. I do not give up. I give over to God. I trust the unseen forces working for my good. Letting go is my greatest strength. The need to control comes from fear. Fear says, if I don't hold on, everything will fall apart. But faith whispers, if you let go, everything will fall into place. Control is the illusion that we are the ones keeping the world together. But you were never meant to carry that burden. You were never meant to fix everything, heal everyone, or make every situation turn out the way you think it should. Sometimes, God must remove your hands so His can move freely. Sometimes, He waits for your surrender before He can deliver your miracle. Because miracles do not come to clenched fists. They come to open palms. I open my hands and release control. I let go of the outcome and trust divine order. My surrender invites the miraculous. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop carrying. It means you no longer drag yesterday into today, hoping it will behave differently. It means you no longer argue with life as it is, but begin to trust that even this moment, yes, even this, is sacred. When you accept, you stop saying, "It shouldn't have happened." I start saying, "I trust what it's teaching me." And when you speak like that, the energy of heaven rushes in. For acceptance is faith in action. It is believing that everything that enters your life is a messenger of growth, not punishment. I welcome what is here to teach me. Every lesson is a gift in disguise. If I am safe in the flow of divine purpose, the human mind believes control equals safety. But control only creates tension. True safety comes from alignment. It comes when your heart says, I will no longer resist what is unfolding. I will let God lead. In that letting go, you discover a strength that cannot be shaken. Because it no longer depends on outcomes. It depends on faith. It depends on the unchanging presence of spirit within you. Say softly, with peace, I let go of the need to know. I release the illusion of control. I trust that all is unfolding for my highest good. To accept is not to quit. It is to quit fighting. It is to stop wasting energy on what cannot be changed, and start pouring it into what can. Your response, your peace, your vibration. Acceptance is not passivity, it is participation with the divine. It is choosing harmony over resistance. The universe is not your opponent. It is your reflection. The moment you accept what is, you align with the frequency that allows what's next to unfold effortlessly. Control delays. Acceptance accelerates. Because control comes from fear, but acceptance comes from faith. And faith is the energy that manifests miracles. I live by faith, not by force. What I release returns to me transformed. I let go and rise higher. So, stop holding so tightly to your version of how things must be. Stop gripping what is already trying to leave your hand. For what is meant for you cannot be lost, and what is not meant for you cannot be forced. Let go of how, when, and why. Those are the language of fear. Faith speaks only one word: yes. Yes to divine timing. Yes to divine correction. Yes to divine redirection. And when you say yes, peace returns. Peace always follows surrender. Because control keeps you tense, but faith lets you rest. I am guided, guarded, and supplied. Everything is happening in divine order. The miracle unfolds when I stop trying to control it. You were never asked to figure it all out, only to trust. You were never told to understand everything, only to stay open. You were never meant to carry the weight, only to allow grace to carry you. Acceptance is the language of the soul that has learned to trust. It says, even in uncertainty, I am safe. It says, even when I don't know the way knows me. And that is the miracle. When you let go, you do not fall. You are lifted. You do not lose. You are guided. You do not surrender your power. You discover it. I let go. And I rise. I surrender. I am free. I trust. And miracles unfold effortlessly. Pain is not your punishment. It is your teacher. It comes not to destroy you, but to awaken you. It does not come to take away your peace. It comes to reveal where peace was never fully rooted. Every ache, every loss, every heartbreak carries within it the seed of wisdom. But that seed can only grow in the soil of acceptance. As long as you resist the pain, you remain its prisoner. The moment you accept it, you become its student, and then its master. I do not run from pain. I rise through it. I allow every sorrow to reveal its sacred meaning. What once hurt me now heals me. When you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And begin asking, what is this here to teach me? Your whole vibration changes. You move from victim to victor, from wounded to wise, from broken to beautiful. For pain, when accepted, becomes light. It transforms from resistance to revelation. It becomes the very energy that carries you toward your divine purpose. You may not see it now, but the pain you accept today will one day become someone else's healing. The tears you cried will one day become the words that comfort another soul. Nothing you've been through is wasted when it's given to God. My pain has purpose. My healing will help others heal. I bless my past, for it brought me wisdom. Acceptance does not mean the hurt disappears overnight. It means you stop fighting the lesson inside it. You stop clinging to the should have been and begin to see what is becoming. Pain is a sacred messenger. It comes to strip away illusions, to burn away everything that is false so truth can stand revealed. You are not being punished. You are being purified. Every loss has refined you. Every tear has cleansed you. Every heartbreak has stretched your capacity to love. I am purified by my pain. I am wiser because I have lived through it. Every experience has prepared me for greater peace. When you hold on to pain, it festers. When you resist it, it repeats. But when you accept it, it releases its lesson and leaves your spirit lighter than before. It is not the pain itself that harms us. It is our attachment to how it should have been. The moment you release the story, you release the suffering. The event loses its power, and only wisdom remains. I am not my pain. I am the light that rises from it. The past no longer holds me. Only love remains. So many are afraid to look at their wounds. They bury them under business, denial, or silence. But the wound unacknowledged becomes the wall that blocks abundance, love, and joy. You cannot heal what you hide, but you can heal what you accept. When you sit with your pain and say, I see you. I will not fight you anymore. Teach me what I need to learn. Something miraculous happens. It stops being your enemy and becomes your ally. I face my pain with love. I honor my story with grace. I thank my challenges for the strength they gave me. There is wisdom in every ending. There is light in every loss. And there is divine purpose even in what you do not yet understand. Acceptance allows time to turn sorrow into meaning. For nothing is wasted in the mind of God. Every thread of pain is being woven into the tapestry of your becoming. And one day, you will look back and see that what once broke you open actually opened you up. To compassion, to humility, to love that does not waver. I have not been broken. I have been awakened. Pain has taught me empathy, not bitterness. I bless my past for how it grew my soul. Do not fear the H within you. It is holy. It is the echo of your soul expanding beyond what you thought you could bear. It is life stretching your heart wide enough to hold both sorrow and joy. And when you can hold both, when you can say, this hurt, but I am still grateful, you have entered the divine classroom of wisdom. There, pain no longer controls you. It serves you. It teaches you. And finally, it releases you. I am free from the past. My lessons are complete. I rise, wiser and softer than ever before. And as you stand in that soft knowing that every tear was sacred, every trial was training, every loss was love in disguise, you begin to see the truth that has always been there. You are not what happened to you. You are what healed through you. There comes a moment on every spiritual journey when the heart whispers, why me? Why this loss, this delay, this heartbreak, this trial? And the heavens ever so gently answer, because I trust you. Life does not choose you for pain. It chooses you for growth. It is not punishing you. It is preparing you. When you stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? You move from confusion to clarity, from fear to faith, from victimhood to vision. I am being prepared, not punished. Every challenge carries divine instruction. I release the need to understand and choose to trust instead. Every why me is a doorway to a higher perspective. The question itself is not wrong. It's simply incomplete. The universe invites you to finish it. Why me? for this blessing disguised as pain? Why me to awaken others through my healing? Why me? Because my soul was strong enough to transmute darkness into light. When you stop asking for reasons and begin to ask for revelation, the veil lifts. You see that life has never been against you. It has been working through you. The detour you cursed was actually your protection. The delay you feared was divine timing, unfolding in silence. Nothing is working against me. All things are working for me. The universe is not testing me. It is trusting me. Even this is love in disguise. There is no wasted experience in divine law. Every disappointment that once broke is a building block for your strength. Every unanswered prayer is an answered prayer in disguise. For it saved you from something that was never meant for your highest path. The moment you release why me, you release resistance. And when resistance ends, revelation begins. Suddenly, what once looked like chaos starts to make sense. Because peace has replaced the need to know. You no longer demand an explanation. You live in expectation. You no longer argue with divine order. You cooperate with it. And that cooperation opens the floodgates of miracles. I cooperate with the flow of life. I no longer need to understand. I only need to trust. Divine order governs my path. The ego says, I must know why. The spirit says, you will know when. Faith fills the space in between. Sometimes you are not meant to see the purpose from the valley. You must first climb the mountain. From that higher view, you will look back and say, if not for that challenge, I would never have found my strength. If not for that ending, I would never have discovered my beginning. My story is unfolding perfectly. Everything is happening for my awakening. I release the question and embrace the answer within me. There is freedom in not knowing. There is peace in not needing every detail explained. Because when you stop asking, why me? You begin to remember who you are. You are the beloved of the divine, never forgotten, never forsaken. And everything that enters your life, even the hard, the heavy, the hidden, is a chapter in your sacred training to live as love itself. You were not chosen to suffer. You were chosen to shine. The fire was not sent to burn you. It was sent to reveal your gold. I am refined, not ruined. I am strengthened, not broken. I am chosen for divine purpose. When you stop saying, why me? You create space for gratitude to bloom. Gratitude does not always mean happiness. Sometimes it simply means acceptance. The quiet nod of the soul that says, even this has meaning. And when you reach that space, your vibration rises. The universe begins to respond differently. Life stops being something that happens to you and becomes something that happens through you. The moment you release complaint, creation begins. The moment you stop asking for escape, you start receiving elevation. And in that elevation, you finally understand. You were never a victim of life. You were the vessel through which life was learning to love. I am not my struggle. I am its solution. I am not my pain. I am the power that transforms it. I am what happened. I am what emerged. And now, instead of saying, why me? You whisper, thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this journey. Thank you for the lessons hidden inside loss. Thank you for the strength I didn't know had until I was forced to find it. For gratitude is the final stage of acceptance. And gratitude turns wounds into wisdom, tears into teaching, and trials into triumph. Healing is not always about changing what happened. Sometimes it is about changing how you hold it. Sometimes it is not about fixing the wound, but allowing it to breathe. For true healing does not come through resistance. It comes through release. The world teaches us to fix, to patch, to move on quickly. But the soul whispers, feel this. Let this move through you. Because what you feel fully, you free completely. I allow myself to feel. Every emotion is safe in the presence of my love. I no longer rush my healing. I trust its timing. Healing is not a straight line. It's a gentle spiral, circling you back through layers of understanding. Some days you'll feel strong. Other days, the same old ache will rise again. Not to punish you, but to invite you deeper. For healing revisits you not because you failed, but because you're ready to release even more. You cannot skip feeling and call it healing. You cannot suppress the ache and call it faith. Faith is not pretending you are fine. It is knowing you are held even when you are not. I am safe to feel my truth. Even in my weakness, I am loved. I honor every emotion as sacred. Do not rush to be okay. Rushing to heal is another form of resistance. Let the tears come. Let the silence hold you. Let your breath become your prayer. Every tear shed in awareness is a release of old energy leaving your body. When you allow yourself to feel sadness, anger, grief, confusion, you are not breaking down, you are clearing space. You are making room for light. And the light will always return. I make space for my healing. I trust that what rises is ready to be released. I breathe peace into every tender place within me. A healing is not about perfection. It is about presence. It is about showing up for yourself in love, even when you are trembling. It is the art of holding your own heart, with gentleness instead of judgment. You are not required to be strong all the time. You are only asked to be honest. Honest with what hurts, honest with what you need, honest with what you feel. It's okay to rest. It's okay to feel. It's okay to heal slowly. But some people think that healing means forgetting. But healing is not erasure. It is integration. You will not always forget the pain, but one day, you will remember it without the ache. You will speak of it and feel peace instead of tears. That is how you will know the miracle has occurred. Healing is the soul's alchemy. It turns pain into wisdom. It transforms scars into stories of strength. It teaches you to love yourself, not because you are unbroken, but because you have been broken and still chose love. My scars are symbols of my strength. My healing is a holy journey. I am whole, even as I grow. Sometimes the greatest healing happens in silence. Not through words, not through action, but through stillness. In that quiet space, God works unseen. He rearranges what you cannot. He restores what you thought was lost. He lifts what you were never meant to carry. And when you are still enough, you will feel it. The divine current of peace moving beneath your pain. That is the real healing. Not the absence of pain, but the presence of peace. Peace is healing me now. Divine love restores every part of my being. What I do not fix, God transforms. So today, stop trying so hard to get over it. Let yourself be in it. Not forever, but for as long as your soul needs to release what it has carried. Do not judge your pace. Do not compare your healing. Even a flower blooms differently under the same sun. You are healing, even when it doesn't look like it. You are transforming, even when it still hurts. You are becoming lighter, even when you still feel heavy. And one day, you will wake up and realize that the pain you once thought would break you became the reason you finally became whole. I trust my healing. I let love do what logic cannot. I, I am healing beautifully, under grace and in perfect ways. There comes a moment in every healing, after the tears, after the letting go, after the silence, when something beautiful happens, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, like a sunrise that doesn't ask permission to rise. It is the miracle of light returning, not in grand gestures, but in simple things, in a smile that no longer feels forced, in a breath that no longer feels heavy, in the stillness that no longer feels empty. This is the quiet miracle, the one that happens when you stop searching for what left and start noticing what stayed. I find light in what remains. I bless the little things that stayed with me. Peace is rising within me again. You see, the mind often waits for big signs to feel safe again. It says, I'll believe I'm healed when everything looks perfect. But the soul whispers, you are already healing. Look closer. The soul finds beauty in the smallest proofs of grace. It sees the divine in the morning light, in the sound of laughter, in the kindness of a stranger. It realizes that even after loss, something remains. Love remains. And love is enough to rebuild everything. Love never leaves. Love is what survives every ending. Ooh, I rebuild my life with what still loves me. Finding light in what remains is not pretending everything is fine. It's learning to see the sacred even in imperfection. It's realizing that life, though not what it was, is still beautiful. The tree that lost its leaves stands strong. The sky that storms still clears again. And the heart that broke still beats. Softer, wiser, fuller than before. I honor what I have. I give thanks for what remains. My peace is not in perfection, but in presence. The quiet miracle often arrives in ordinary moments. In the day you laugh without guilt. In the morning you wake up without dread. In the moment you notice that your heart no longer flinches at the thought that once hurt you. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. But it is sacred. For in that stillness, heaven confirms you made it through. You didn't need everything you thought you lost. You only needed to find yourself again. I have survived every night. The light within me never went out. I am the proof that peace returns. So stop waiting for the next big miracle to arrive. Look around you. The miracle is already here. It's in your breath, your resilience, your willingness to keep going. It's in the sunrise that greets you without fail. It's in the quiet knowing that, somehow, you are being carried. The real miracle is not that everything worked out. It's that you did. You found grace in the middle of what tried to take it from you. You found peace where once there was pain. You found light, not because life became easy, but because you chose to see differently. My vision is healed. I see through eyes of love. I am surrounded by grace. The quiet miracle teaches you to live again, not from fear, but from appreciation. To see blessings not as rare events, but as the natural rhythm of your life. To know that even in loss, something greater is born. For what remains after every ending is the truth that cannot be taken. You are loved. You are guided. You are eternal. Love sustains me. Grace surrounds me. Peace lives within me always. You may not have everything you wanted, but you have what matters. You have breath. You have awareness. You have faith. You have the capacity to love again, to hope again, to believe again. That is the quiet miracle, and it is enough to begin anew. So tonight, instead of longing for what's gone, give thanks for what stayed. Give thanks for your breath. Give thanks for your courage. Give thanks for the divine presence that never once left your side. Because that is where peace lives. Not in having it all, but in noticing that you already have enough. I live in gratitude for what remains. I find light in small moments of grace. I am whole, even here, even now. And as you rest in that gentle knowing, your heart begins to whisper back to the universe, I am ready to see beauty again. And the universe, as it always does, answers, beloved, beauty never left. You simply had to open your eyes. You have done your work. You have prayed. You have released. You have trusted. Now you may rest and let the miracle find you. There is a divine law that says, when you stop racing, grace catches up. When you stop chasing results, the results begin to come. When you stop pressing the fruit ripens. And when you stop forcing the door opens effortlessly. I am done chasing. I am done striving. I stand still, and the miracle comes. I allow divine good to locate me. It is safe now to let go of your schedule. It is safe now to let the pace slow. Because in stillness, spirit moves. Quietly, unseen, yet powerfully. And when you move from that place, you move in perfect harmony with all things. The universe is not against you. It is waiting for your permission. The miracle is not hiding. You were. Stop searching outward for evidence. Start noticing inward the whisper of, Was, good is locating me now. Do. Perfect timing is already at work in my life. I receive the unseen and make it visible. When the world says, you must do more, Spirit says, be still, the work is done. You may still act, but no longer from desperation. You act from allowance. You speak from release. You attract from calm. Let the miracle find you in your restful faith. Let it find you in the quiet of your heart. Let it find you in the space between your words, in the pause of your breath, in the gentle certainty of your soul. I rest in divine supply. I trust what has been promised. All is well and all is good in my world. Miracles rarely roar. They often whisper. They often arrive not with trumpet blasts, but with gentle knockings. A burst of peaceful joy. An unexpected door. A sudden clarity. A small yes, in the heart that says, I am ready. You do not need to earn this moment. You do not need to prove your worth. You only need to be ready to receive and stand open in faith. I am ready for my miracle. I stand open to new good. I welcome increase, love, and light into my life now. For your role now is not to chase, but to allow. Not to scramble, but to surrender. Not to demand, but to receive. Because the law of spirit says, what you align with, aligns with you. What you expect in quiet faith, comes in visible form. And so you breathe this truth. Divine good finds me now. I am ready. I am open. I am grateful. Let the miracle of my healing, my peace, my abundance, find me under grace and in perfect ways. It is done. It is sealed. It is manifest now. Take a slow, deep breath and let everything that doesn't belong to this moment fall away. Every worry, every thought of how or when, let it go. You are safe now. You are held in divine love. You are standing in the presence of peace itself. Feel your shoulders release. Feel your chest soften. Let your breath become slower, deeper, as if you are being breathed by grace. Inhale peace. Exhale resistance. Inhale love. Exhale control. Now, in this quiet space, whisper gently to your hearty, I do not chase. I attract. I do not force. I allow. I do not fear. I trust. And everything that is meant for you is already on its way. Every prayer that has left your lips is already being answered in the invisible. There is nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing delayed. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Right here, right now. Feel the warmth of divine light wrapping around you like a golden blanket. It flows from the crown of your head down to the soles of your feet. It fills every cell, every thought, every memory. This light is your reminder. You are not alone. You never were. I am surrounded by divine protection. I am filled with divine peace. I am one with the infinite source of good. Now, picture your life as a field, wide, open, ready for new blessings to bloom. You do not need to plant in panic. The soil already remembers what you've sown. Your prayers are seeds. Your trust is water. Your patience is sunlight. Stand still in this moment and feel the quiet movement of life beneath the surface. Even when you cannot see it, growth is happening. Miracles are forming. Peace is expanding. What I seek is seeking me. My miracle is already in motion. I live in divine timing. Take another deep breath. Let gratitude rise from your chest like a song. Thank your past for its lessons. Thank this moment for its peace. Thank your future for its promises. Whisper with certainty. Not hope but knowing. Everything I need comes to me easily, effortlessly, and in perfect ways. I am open to receive. I rest in divine abundance now. And as this meditation draws to a close, feel yourself glowing, light, calm, centered, whole. The energy around you has shifted. Your heart is open. Your path is clear. You have stopped chasing. You have started receiving. And in this stillness, the miracle finds you. It is done. It is sealed. It is manifest now, under grace, and in perfect ways.